I was just talking to my boy, and it got me thinking. We talked about self-esteem and how people can live their lives and don't know their own value and are not taught how much they're actually worth. And my son said to me, "So, if you compare yourself to your childhood friend, would you say that you are equally valuable to her?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I would." Yeah, we continue talking, and then it got me really thinking. I know I am, but it's like I'm taught otherwise. Well, maybe not directly taught, but it's like, hmm, it's like when you make observations of how people treat each other and how they treat you, it you easily get the impression that they don't really value you, and because they don't really value themselves. And when you're growing up as a kid, that's what you learn. That is what is put into your brain and into your mindset, that you're not equally valuable, even though you are. And look at it from a bigger perspective. I clearly see that that must have been what my caregivers were feeling, that they were not equally valuable to other people. They were not equally valuable to people who earned a great deal more money than they did. They didn't feel that they were as valuable as people with maybe an academics degree or um, uh, I don't know. Um, yeah, you can imagine, I guess. And I'm like, this little girl I was when I was a girl is being brought up in the conviction that not everybody is equally valuable. That is just one big fat ass lie, isn't it? If you look at the bigger picture, everybody is equally valuable. And then George Orwell, Animal Farm, comes into my mind, where, if I remember the sentence correctly, it's something like, well, everybody is equally valuable, but some are more equal than others. I think it goes. Um, it's I think 40 years since I last read the book, so I can't really recall it that precisely. So bear with me. If you can remember, please put it in the chat. Um, and for one, that is kind of the time that at least I grew up in, and or grew up in the possibility of reflecting on that. That is that actually true? That we are not equally valuable, but some are more equally valuable than others. Hmm. And if you never have the thought that you are equally valuable, when you don't really have the thought that it is possible to be equally valuable, how would you start to think and or feel otherwise? You can't really, can you? If you all the time are being told what to think and what to believe and what to um, perceive as the truth, how can we actually start thinking that we should start think on our own and just kind of go with what feels right to our soul? Because our soul is so much wiser and older than our body and our mind and our hearts, actually. Why don't we actually let our soul guide the way through life, being the guidance of also our valuable, that's not the proper word, a worth, that's what, that was the word I was looking for, I'm sorry. Being the guide to our worth, our true inner worth. Because, like me, you too are so valuable. Just as valuable as anyone. Yeah. Imagine that. But if you lost your sense of worth, how do you find it? It's not just working this way that you just wake up one morning and then, well, now I just feel like I'm worth $1 million, or I'm worth equally as the other man or woman. You have to do your inner work, haven't you? You have to really see and feel and know your inner light. It's not just a mindset game. It's really coming from within, from the soul in you. That yes, I am worthy. I have value. I am value. I am valuable. But that's really hard in this society, isn't it? Living from the soul. When everybody constantly feeding you with stuff, material things, and you should eat this and you should eat that and you should buy this and you should buy that and you should not kill the animals, so you shall not eat meat, and that's another thing actually about eating meat. I save that for another time. Yeah. Living from the soul connects you with your true worth. That's how you find it. Till next time. Bye.